excited to be here today. Can you hear me good? Is it alright? Thank you. So, the importance of emotions. It may seem very simple, yet I think we need to talk more about the simple things. And so, I'd like to start with, have you ever wondered, I don't know what happened. You feel this too sometimes? We all have that moment, right? We all have that moment. We are in fear of something. Public speaking is the greatest fear. I'm sorry, but it's so annoying. The sound, can you hear the sound? I have to take it off. That's alright. It happens, it's life. Alright, so we all have that moment, but it stops us from being impactful, to make an impact, and that is so important, so we cannot let fear stop us from doing that. In our everyday life, we have a lot of conversations, yet with time, we tend to forget most of them. And only some seem to stay with us forever. And how is that? Emotions play a big role in creating an impact that actually lasts. And today, I'd like to give you my view on these emotions. Let's start off with my story. So, when I started my journey with improvised speaking competitions, I tried to determine, therefore, what is my key to success? What makes the audience want to listen to me? And judges vote for me because it's very important. And why did I want to do that, you may ask? How such improvised speaking competition looks like? Well, you get on the stage, and there is the host, and there's no hi, good morning, hello. He starts off with a handshake, and then he just says, title of the speech, you hear for the first time. So he says, title of the speech, your name, your surname, then it's applause of the audience, and then your name, your surname, title of the speech. Then he gets off the scene, you are left alone, and you better think fast of something really good to say, because if you don't, they won't vote for you, they won't want to listen to you. That's why I needed a fundament, something to enhance, a part of my personality. Should I be happy? Should I be sad? What should I make you feel? And imagine my confusion when I have one with a sad, sentimental, heartbreaking speech, and then with a humorous one. I realized it's not about what kind of emotion I bring on the stage, but the emotions alone, that they were there. I had to think fast. I had to think of my own memories, my own emotions. That was this all about. That's what it was about. I don't know how to say it. English, very hard for me. And so, this got me to a very simple conclusion that is very important, I think. That stories that are not only just heard, but also felt, are precious. Because if we hear just words, they do not resonate with us. But if we feel the emotions, it really implements it all in our brain, in our heart, in our soul. And so that got me really wondering how audience perceives a speaker on the stage, and how emotions can enhance the receptiveness to the speaker's message. And my message is important, so I do not let fear stop me from doing that. And I found some really cool research that helped me understand that. And so yes, speeches that evoke emotions are far more effective than speeches that rely solely on logical facts and arguments. So yes, this speech could be very interesting and very smart, but if it does not make us feel anything, it just does not work. If we do not take notes, we won't remember it in some time. And it's important for us to actually get something from it. That's why I'm here today. It's not for me to shine here and for you to see me. It's not what you get from it. When the audience sees similarities in their emotions and yours, they feel seen. I'm looking at you. They feel seen. They feel heard. And I heard that, Yes, I heard that too. They feel seen, they feel heard, they feel like you know what they are going through. Do you feel like I know what you are going through? Yes. Say yes. Yes. That makes the connection. That's the wonderful part, the connection with me and you, the person who I'm speaking to, or you, the audience. So how can we use that information? Because it's a brilliant news, but how do we use it in everyday life? A simple phrase: say your truth and be authentic. Well, might sound simple, but think about it. Maybe you have some favorite speeches or speakers you adore. Think about it, their words are filled with unique stories, yet simple emotions. Everyone can understand. Simple emotions. And they have helped hundreds and thousands of people with what they said. But trust me, even if you help one person with what you've said, that's really precious, and that is the greatest gift you can give and get from speaking. Changing lives, changing perceptions of life, giving values, making someone realize something great that they can implement into their life. So the simple key, be authentic. But there are things that can stop us from being authentic. And I want to highlight the main thing that I think everyone suffers from in a different form. The things we perceive, our weaknesses. Why am I saying it like that? Because most of the times, it's not our weakness at all. It's not. And I want to share a story with you here. When I joined Toastmasters organization, which is an organization for speakers and leaders for them to establish those skills, I was actually really anxious because I joined them because I loved public speaking. But I was 16 years old at the time. Well, I'm 17 now, but people there are over 30, 40, sometimes 50. Toastmasters of the audience, sometimes 50, sometimes 30, you know how it works. And so I felt like just this young, small woman with nothing to say, and probably everyone looks at me as this not competent enough, not many stories to tell, not many experiences with me, so I just don't know how to do that or what to talk about. And then with every other one competition, I realized that me on stage is something that really stands out. Because I have a different energy. That's not something they see much often on the stage as a speaker. And so that was my power, not my weakness at all. Even though I thought that I am not enough. I was totally enough. Even more than that. But me thinking differently actually led me to believing that. So I needed a reassurance, which was the improvised speaking competitions that really enhanced the part of me that is just that wild animal that says everything that has on the mind, you know? And that really taught me that I shall be myself on the scene. And if you're not still convinced by that, and you may say, oh, but I have this and that, and they don't want to listen to me. Oh yeah, they won't. Because, you know, we don't like perfect people. We don't. We hate perfect people on the stage with their perfect lives, perfect bodies, and perfect faces. We don't want to listen to them. They wouldn't understand our broken selves that need some help, need some explanation. We need to work on ourselves and they are already perfect. How would they even help us? But this is our power. Our weakness is our power. And we can use that. And we can connect with people through that. What did you feel when I was this myself on the scene that did not know what to talk about? You felt, oh, I feel bad for her. But I had these moments too. It made me connect with you. So as we covered all of that, the research, what can we get from it, our weaknesses, I want you to know now that we shall get to the final question, which is, how do we impact people? It's the greatest question of my speech. And it's going to be something that's really simple, yet I think we all need to remember about. It's the fact that to touch someone deeply on the soul, we have to be moved first by something. If I want to explain to you how fire feels like, if I have not touched fire in any way, of course it's a metaphor, but if I haven't touched it, I just don't know how to explain it to you, so I have to talk from my experience. To touch someone deeply with what I say, with those emotions, I have to feel them first. And everyone has something, but for me, it was musicals. I love it. I know some people hate it. There are people that are just like, oh, I'm gonna kill them. But trust me, I actually met some people that said, I want to kill people that love musicals. I don't know what happened, but we are not friends anymore. So, actually, I love musicals because those performances on the stage never fail to teach me about the depths of human emotions. And the actors on the stage singing and dancing and acting to communicate with us. And I'm like, whoa. Because they deliver the story. They make this message a part of my soul. Actually, Hamilton the musical taught me bravery. I was really shy, but when I listened to it all over again, it became my soul, and I actually loved it so much. I'm like, I want to do something like this through the spoken word. Because I know it's delayed for me for Broadway, but I can be a speaker, and I can make you feel the passion I felt from it. I want to share it with people. If I experience such greatness, I want you to experience that greatness. And you may have something on your mind already. Something you love, something you adore. And if you do not have something on your mind yet, trust me, everyone has something. I'm talking about the passions here, something that makes you feel alive. That's what I'm talking about. And if you have it, that's not enough yet. Because now you have to get fascinated, get curious. You have to, if you want to learn about something, that means you love it. So if you love something, learn about it. Get deeply into the topic, make it a part of your soul. You know, every song of every musical makes me ugly cry every time. I want you to experience that with the thing you love. It could be science, it could be basketball, it could be painting, it could be anything. Everyone has something. It could be economics. But you have to make it a part of your soul. Those deep feelings. And now that you experience those deep feelings, you know how to get them to other people. That is so great. And trust me, if you are intentionally implementing those emotions in your speaking, they will feel the fire in your voice and the spark in your eyes. They will not only hear it, but also feel it. I love this quote from Lin-Manuel Miranda, the writer of the Hamilton musical. To engender empathy and create a world using only words is the closest thing we have to magic. Think about it. It's the simplest tool. We use it every day. Speaking. We use it every day. It's something that creates the world around us. It's so important to know how to use it. How to make someone feel something. That's why I encourage you to implement all those beautiful passions you have and make people feel deeply because of what you say. how to make an impact? Implement those emotions. If you want to make a valuable message to someone, make it valuable to you.